I sketched the storyboards for Applejack in the margins of my script. I didn't need detailed pictures of what each shot needed to look like. I just needed to figure out exactly the flow of what kind of shots I wanted for the course of the film. This also helped me figure out specific moments that I knew I wanted to capture on camera, whether that worked in the edit bay or not. This actually proved to be an incredibly helpful exercise. I discovered several moments that I had in my head from the script a little bit, but actually putting on paper brought a lot more depth to the shots that I was trying to create. Probably the primary example of this is I had Asp always on the left-hand side of the screen, and I realized that when Evelyn was going to offer Applejack to Adam, that I wanted her to take Asp's place on the screen. So Asp is always on the left, and then Evelyn spins away from Adam and ends up on the left-hand side of the screen. And I just really like the symbolism that that moment offers, because it shows that she is now the tempter, that she is now the one who's going to deceive and is going to bring about Adam's downfall. I initially wanted some dolly shots in this movie, but after attempting to use my dolly on the grass, it really fell apart there, so it didn't really work. So I had to switch to just using the camera and my fluid head tripod. The unfortunate part of this is that up until Evelyn takes Applejack, the camera is on a tripod, and then after that I switch and start using handheld. Unfortunately, I couldn't have these super smooth shots, and so you don't actually notice the difference between when it's on the tripod and when it's not, which was unfortunate because I really wanted to have kind of a stylistic shift at that point in time. But that was one of those things that I really liked the idea behind the concept, but it really didn't work. With the tree, we had a really nice shadow line, and I wanted them to step across the threshold of the shadow when they finally start buying in and step into the darkness. Again, something that didn't really play on camera. It's not really noticeable, which is sad. With that, because we were shooting with our backs to the sun for a lot of the film, I didn't get really good lighting on their faces. The crew was 2 of us, and so I didn't have anybody, and I didn't have along any reflectors to bounce the sunlight back up into my actors' faces so that it would look really nice. But it comes across, it works even without that, and that's kind of the stuff that you have to put up with when you're doing a 1 or 5 person shoot.